Some call him Snake. Others label him the nastiest NBA scorer ever. Today, we are covering the life story of Kevin Durant. From buzzer beaters to adult film star dates, he is living a life full of thrill. Ready for the ride? Let's go. Kevin was raised in Prince George's County, Maryland. Young KD started his basketball journey playing on courts, not of hardwood, but of humble plastic. It was his first hoop and the launch pad to his dreams. Young KD grew up in a neighborhood where basketball was more than a game. It was a way of life. His first coach was his dad, who'd spend hours teaching him the basics of the game. It wasn't all fun and games, though. KD's father left when he was still very young, and it was his mother, Wanda, who stepped up to the plate. As the saying goes, behind every great man is a great woman. Well, KD had two, Wanda and his grandmother, Barbara, who was his unconditional support system. When he was 8, KD's coach, Terrace Brown, introduced him to amateur athletic union basketball. That's when he met Michael Beasley, a friendship that turned into a lifelong bond and an NBA rivalry. At Seat Pleasant Activity Center, KD, Beasley, and their buddies would play long after the sun went down. On days they didn't have a ride back home, they'd sleep on the couches. As KD grew, so did his reputation. By high school, he was a national sensation, known for his silky smooth jumper and his hard-working mentality. At Montrose Christian School, he led his team to 20 wins in his senior year. KD's time in Texas was like a Wild West movie, but with basketballs instead of six-shooters. Once KD laced up his boots and hit the court for the University of Texas Longhorns, the whole nation started paying attention. As a freshman, he was a force to be reckoned with. A real tall Texan tornado, spinning up points and sweeping away opponents. During the 2006-2007 season, Durant averaged an eye-popping 25.8 points and 11.1 rebounds per game. To put that in context, those are numbers you'd expect from a seasoned pro, not a college rookie. He was the first freshman in history to be named Consensus National Player of the Year, which is pretty much like being the new cowboy in town and becoming the fastest gun on the first day. By the end of his freshman year, it was clear KD was NBA ready. When he declared for the 2007 NBA draft, there was no doubt he'd be picked early. When the 2007 NBA draft rolled around, the Seattle Supersonics, now the Oklahoma City Thunder, grabbed him as the second pick. This wasn't just a draft pick, it was like winning the jackpot. And KD? Well, he was just getting started. As the Sonics' new secret weapon, KD came out guns blazing, ready to bring the thunder. And the rest, as they say, is history. Some call him the Snake. But really, how many snakes do you know with a net worth of $300 million? KD didn't just slam dunk his way into fortune. He's been banking and tanking shots since his early days with the Oklahoma City Thunder. His thunderous performances there filled not only the stadium with cheers, but also filled his bank account quite handsomely. And it was just the beginning. Then, KD took his talents to the Golden State, joining the Warriors and becoming a bona fide cash magnet. Not only did he win 2 championships and 2 Finals MVP awards, but he also made it rain with a ton of cash. His Golden State contract? A cool $61.5 million over 2 years, with a player option for the third. And as if that wasn't enough, KD then signed a whopping 4-year, $194 million contract with the Brooklyn Nets. Now he's with the Phoenix Suns, and let me tell you, he's not just bringing the heat, he's also earning it. People often wonder if snakes like KD are into shiny things. Well, as it turns out, KD's been cuddling up with the swoosh since he was a tyke. In 2007, he hit the jackpot with Nike, pocketing a cool $60 million. But wait, it gets better. In 2014, Jay-Z's Roc Nation Sports Agency, representing KD, struck a ginormous deal with Nike. How ginormous, you ask? Try $300 million over 10 years, including a $50 million retirement package. I mean, who wouldn't want to retire with that kind of cash? But the Durantula didn't just stop at Nike. He partnered up with brands like Alaska Airlines, Panini America, Beats by Dre, and even Weed Maps. Talk about diversification. All these brand deals net him an estimated $35 million annually. KD knows his bread and butter, and he wants his bread to make more bread. So he started a venture capital firm, 35 LLC, with his manager, Rick Kleiman. The firm has invested in over 40 ventures. And though it's hush-hush, KD has reportedly invested at least $15 million into this enterprise. And boy, did it pay off. Remember Postmates? KD scooped up a $1 million stake in them when they were just a startup. And guess what? Postmates got gobbled up by Uber at a valuation of $2.6 billion, meaning KD's stake alone surged to $15 million. Now, that's what I call a slam dunk investment. KD's investment firm saw a whopping 400% return on investment by 2020. What's it now, we wonder? Well, KD's tight-lipped, but his goal is to create generational wealth and buy an NBA team. So we know he's still shooting for the stars. Like his buddy LeBron, KD has also dabbled in soccer, investing in the Philadelphia Union of the MLS, securing a 5% stake with an option for another 5%. KD's cashing in $180 million annually from his NBA salary, endorsements, and investments. But how does KD enjoy his fortune? KD's got a fancy mansion in Hidden Hills, SoCal. The price tag on this luxury crib? A cool $15.6 million. He also owned a swanky mansion in Oakland Hills while playing for the Warriors. This crib had everything: 7 bedrooms, 8 bathrooms, a home theater, a private basketball court, and a backyard with a stunning view of the Bay Area. The price tag on this one was $5.99 million. Now let's talk about cars. Our man KD has an envious car collection that puts him ahead of LeBron James and Steph Curry. It's speculated to be worth around $4.4 million, with everything from Lamborghinis and Range Rovers to Ferraris and Porsches. Oh, and let's not forget the cherry on top, a vintage 1966 Ford GT40. So there you have it, KD making money moves on and off the court, one slam dunk at a time. For all of KD's on-court magic and off-court financial wizardry, what stands out is his golden heart. At his core, KD is a giver, always looking to share his good fortune. How, you ask? Let's talk about the Durant Family Foundation. The foundation's mission is to uplift at-risk youth from low-income backgrounds. It aims to provide them with opportunities through educational, athletic, and social programs. Now, this isn't just some PR gimmick. KD pours his heart, soul, and, yes, a lot of his money into this foundation. For instance, KD has invested $10 million into College Track, a program that helps disadvantaged kids enroll in and graduate from college. It's a 10-year commitment to open a chapter in his hometown, Prince George's County, Maryland. Why? Because KD believes in the power of education. And it doesn't stop there. KD also donated $1 million to the Red Cross for disaster relief when tornadoes struck Oklahoma City in 2013. This just goes to show that KD isn't the type of guy to just stand by when disaster strikes. He steps up and puts his money where his mouth is. And when the COVID-19 pandemic hit, he donated $1 million to Feeding America to provide meals for those in need. In a time when the world felt like it was falling apart, KD stepped up yet again to make a difference. You see, KD is just like us. He too faces heartbreaks and complicated relationships. Back in the day, KD was engaged to Monica Wright, a fellow basketball superstar. The couple called it quits in 2014. Monica stated she felt compromised as a woman in her relationship with KD. Despite the split, KD hasn't hung up his jersey in the game of love. Over the years, he's been linked to many ladies, including model Jasmine Shine and real estate agent Cassandra Anderson. Oh, and let's not forget the rumors that KD was linked to adult film star Lana Rhoades. So while KD's been pretty successful on the court and in the world of business, love is one game he hasn't quite mastered yet. But hey, who are we to judge? Love can be more complicated than deciphering a basketball play, right? And while he's yet to tie the knot, we're sure that when he does, it'll be nothing short of a grand slam. Until then, here's to KD. for keeping us entertained both on and off the court. We thank you for your continued support. Got a suggestion for our next story or a fun fact about KD you'd like to share? We'd love to hear from you. Drop us a comment and we'll be sure to check it out. Until next time, keep balling.